The soft hum of conversation filled the upscale restaurant, where candlelight danced across polished silverware and crisp linens. But for Emily Carter, the glow felt mocking, highlighting her solitude at table 8. She fiddled with her napkin, her heart sinking deeper with each passing minute. Her blind date was now over an hour late. In that quiet ache of rejection, she wondered if this was life's way of reminding her that some paths were meant to be walked alone. Emily had always been the steady one, the 31-year-old who built her freelance photography business from late-night edits in her tiny apartment. Her friend Sarah had pushed her into this date, insisting it was time to let love in after years of focusing on capturing others' stories through her lens. The guy, Mark, was a fellow creative, Sarah said, loved landscapes and coffee shops just like Emily. So she dressed up in a simple navy dress that hugged her figure gently, her auburn hair falling in soft waves, hoping for a spark. As the waiter hovered again, his kind eyes full of pity, Emily's phone lit up. Her breath caught, but the message crushed her. "Hey, can't make it. Work stuff. Sorry." No warmth, no reschedule, just dismissal. Tears stung her eyes, but she blinked them away, whispering a silent prayer for strength. She'd faced harder days, like losing her job during the pandemic, but this felt personal, a quiet wound to her hope. "I'll just pay for the tea," she told the waiter softly, gathering her things. But then a stir at the entrance pulled eyes across the room. A man in a sharp navy suit entered, flanked by assistants murmuring urgently. He was in his mid-30s, with tousled dark hair and green eyes that scanned the space with quiet command. Whispers rippled. Alexander Voss, the head of Voss Technologies, an empire built on innovative apps that connected millions. Emily felt his gaze land on her, steady and thoughtful. To her shock, he strode over, his presence parting the crowd like a gentle wave. "Excuse me," he said, his voice warm and accented faintly with European roots. "I'm Alexander. This might sound unbelievable, but I need your help tonight." She stared, confused. Alexander Voss? She'd seen his name in articles about tech breakthroughs, a man whose quiet philanthropy touched schools and communities. Help? With what? He glanced at his team, then leaned in closer. "My family's upstairs for a crucial meeting. My grandmother won't back a big company expansion unless she sees I'm building a life beyond work. I need someone to pretend to be my fiancé, just for dinner. I'll make it worth it." Her mind spun. Pretend? Why me? "You're here, looking like you've had a rough evening. I know desperation when I see it. Please, $40,000 for one night." The offer hung in the air, tempting. Her business needed equipment upgrades. This could be a lifeline. But it felt wrong, deceptive. Yet something in his eyes, vulnerable, earnest, tugged at her. "One night," she whispered, "and we get a contract." Alexander nodded, signaling his lawyer. Minutes later, papers were signed, and they headed upstairs in the elevator. "We met at a photo exhibit 2 months ago. You captured a sunset that reminded me of home," he coached softly. The private room overlooked the city lights, filled with board members and an elegant woman in her late 70s, Eleanor Voss, Alexander's grandmother. Her silver hair gleamed under the chandeliers, her blue eyes sharp as she greeted them. "Alexander, who's this?" Eleanor asked, her tone curious but firm. He took Emily's hand. "Grandmother, everyone, meet Emily Carter, my fiancée." Gasps echoed. Emily's pulse raced, but she smiled, drawing on her inner calm. Eleanor studied her. "Come sit, dear. Tell me about yourself." As they dined, Emily shared her love for photography, how it taught her to see beauty in ordinary moments. Alexander listened, adding touches like, "She's the one who got me hiking again." The board warmed, but Eleanor probed deeper. "What draws you to my grandson, Emily? He's always buried in his screens. Emily met her gaze. His heart. He builds things that help people connect. It's inspiring. And he's kind, even when he thinks no one's watching. Eleanor's nod was subtle, approving. By dessert, she announced, "The expansion has my support. Seeing Alexander happy changes everything." Relief washed over Alexander, but Emily felt a pang. This lie had real weight. As they left, he thanked her. "You were perfect. The money's transferred." But days later, he called. "The board wants more assurance. Could you extend this? 6 weeks, $400,000 more." Emily hesitated. Her faith whispered about honesty, but the funds could help her sponsor art programs for kids, like she'd always dreamed. "Okay, but we keep it professional." They met for dates, walks in the park, coffee runs. Alexander opened up, his parents early passing, taking over the company at 25, sacrificing his passion for painting. "I used to sketch cityscapes," he admitted one evening, as sunset painted the sky. "Now it's all algorithms." Emily shared her own losses, her sister's illness years ago, how prayer and persistence pulled them through. "Life's twists feel guided sometimes," she said softly. Their charade deepened. At a family lunch, Eleanor's questions grew personal. "Do you believe in destiny, Emily?" "I do," she replied, "like how paths cross when least expected." Alexander's ex, Sophia, appeared at events, elegant, probing. "He's changed so much," Sophia said once, eyeing them. "Work always came first with us." Emily felt jealousy stir, but also protectiveness. "He hasn't changed, he's just found balance." Nights blurred into real connection. One evening in his loft, surrounded by hidden canvases, Alexander painted while Emily photographed. "This feels right," he murmured. Emily's heart agreed, but doubt crept in. Was this faith's plan or folly? She prayed for clarity, feeling a gentle pull toward truth. The turning point came at Eleanor's garden party, announcing the expansion. Sophia cornered them. "This seems rushed, Alexander. Remember how we ended? Because you couldn't commit." Emily's hand found his. "He commits to what matters. I love him for who he is, not who he could be." The words slipped out. True. Alexander's eyes widened. Later, alone with Eleanor, he confessed, "It started as pretend, grandmother, but now it's real for me." Eleanor smiled knowingly. "I suspected, dear, but I saw the spark. Life has a way of aligning hearts when they're ready, like Providence stepping in." Emily, overhearing, felt peace wash over her. This wasn't just chance. It was a higher hand guiding them from rejection to revelation. Alexander turned to her. "Emily, I love you, not the role, but you, the woman who sees my soul. Will you make this real? No contracts, just us." Tears brimmed. "Yes, I've fallen too. Let's build something true." Months later, their engagement was genuine, celebrated quietly. Emily's business flourished, funding community photo workshops. Alexander rediscovered painting, blending it with his work. Eleanor beamed at family gatherings, her faith in love renewed. They walked hand in hand through the park where it began, watching the sunset. Emily leaned into him. "Who knew a stood-up date could lead here?" "Faith works in mysterious ways," Alexander whispered. In the quiet moments, they knew, sometimes the greatest blessings come disguised as detours. Share this story if it reminds you that hope often arrives when you least expect it.